Okay, well, now we're not going to do the toes and the little fingers of the feet right now. That's for later. But we have to define the basic structure. So we're going to go ahead and select on this. On these, we're going to do E to extrude. So the way this is going to work is you see this grid line over here. When I extrude this, it's not going to come all the way over here. It'll be a little bit to the left. So you'll see I'm going to do E to extrude. I'm going to go all the way to the left. You can see that it doesn't come all the way, but I'm going to come one time over here. Then after I do that, I'm going to add it one more time. So basically it's like 1.5. It will happen automatically for you. So when you do, now you're going to press S to scale, and you're going to press the Z key, and you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you do 6 and you bring it down like this, it will basically straighten itself out. So I'm going to press the 7 key to go to my top view. You'll see that everything's still selected over here. You can press the Z key to look at this. I'm just going to press R to rotate, and I'm going to do 1, 2, and then 3. I'm going to left click to confirm. I'm going to do E to extrude 1. Now you see how this is, you're using the smaller grid unit. This is not what I want. So I'm going to right click to cancel this and do Control Z. Okay, to stop that from happening. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to do E to extrude 1, 2. Left click to confirm. E to extrude 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I press the Z key, you'll see that what we did was just pull it out. Okay. Okay, A to deselect. Next, we're going to press the C key to circle select and go ahead and click on these, and we're also going to get this guy over here. Okay, so it needs to be selected like this. Press the 7 key to go to your top view and just pull the red arrow to the right, 1 and then 2. A to deselect. Do your middle mouse button to rotate a little bit. Now you're going to select all these guys over here. Right click to get out of it. Go back to your top view and gonna now pull the red arrow to the left, 1 and then 2. A to deselect. Now I'm going to press the C key and select all these, circle select. I'm going to rotate this 5 nudges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get out of it. And now if you do your middle mouse button, you'll see that we're starting to get the basic structure of the foot. A to deselect. Now go into your right view and zoom in a little bit. Control R. You're going to left click and then right click. Now you're going to do Control R and put an edge loop going vertical now. Left click, right click, then Control R, left click, and then right click just like this. Then go ahead and do the middle mouse button over here. What we want to do is now select some of these vertices. So I'm going to turn this off just to make it a little easier. A to deselect. Go ahead and select this one, shift key down, add all these vertices over here like this. Go to your front view. Going to move it to the left 1 and then 2 times. Press the C key and then middle mouse button on this vertex that we had. Then you're going to push the red arrow down 1 time like this and A to deselect. Now we're going to rotate it a little bit and we just want to select these. So I'm just going to press the C for the circle select and just go ahead and select on this. Go to your front view, take it to the right 1 time and then take it down 1 time. The middle mouse button to rotate. A to deselect. So what you want to do is basically select this, and this. You want to select this face over here, go to your front view, push it up 1 time on the blue arrow, then do W, and you're just going to do smooth 1 time, A to deselect. You can see that we're getting the basic structure of the top area of the foot over here. So now I'm going to rotate it like this. I'm going to get this vertex. Now there's another vertex right here, and you can click on this. You can see what I've selected. I'm basically selecting these guys over here. I'm going to do, now if you do 1, it'll go to your front view, and you can do Control 1 to go to your back view. In the same way, if you press 1, if you're in the front view, if you press the 9 key, it'll just do the opposite. Now I'm going to do scale, and I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then left click to confirm. We're just nudging the back over here. Go to your right view by pressing the 3 key, A to deselect, press the C key, and go ahead and select on this. You're just going to move it to the right 1 time like this, A to deselect. Now we're going to do Control R, left click, and then right click. And what this is going to do is give you this vertex over here. Okay, so if I take this out, you'll see that this is over here. So I'm going to do Control 1 to stay in my back view. I'm going to do the red arrow to the left 2 times, 1 and then 2. So this will start to bring out this bone over here. Middle mouse button, go ahead and select on this, Control 1, then 1, 2 to the right. Now you're going to move it up one time over here, and middle mouse button. Now you're going to get this vertex over here. I'm just going to click on this so you can see I'm only selecting this vertex. Do Control 1. I'm going to move it up one time. The reason we did this, and I'm going to actually go over here to show you why this is important, is because it has to do with the bone structure. The inside of this area here, the bone, how the bone are placed on the leg and how they join to the foot, it's always at this angle. See, this is a little higher, this is lower. So if you look at it from the front, the inside is higher and the outer is lower. That's why we did it this way. So now if we just take a look at what we have, you can see we got the basic structure down. I'm going to do tab to go into edit mode, and go ahead and let's click on this. What we want to do is right click this one, then shift and right click this. Now I'm going to do 7 to go into my top view, and press the 9 key, go into my bottom view, and shift middle mouse button to come over here. We're going to scale this in, press S, and then do 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And that's it. So we get the bottom area over here. Okay, so if you look at what we have so far, we have the basic body structure down that we can start to manipulate. Okay, we're now going to move on to the area of the arms, A to select and A to deselect. So the first thing that we need to do is go to our right view over here. So what I want to do is, you can see that this vertex is over here. See this vertex? We want to bring this vertex over here at the same thing. So the first thing that we're going to do is click on this guy over here. Move it to the left, 1, 2. You can see that it becomes a straight line. Going to do the same thing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I just want you to make sure that this is a square. So this, oops, click on this. Well, here you can see that it's in your right view, it's a perfect square. And go ahead and click on this. You're going to move it to the left one time over here, and then go to your front view. Now we're going to have to extrude this 4 grid units. Okay, so I'm going to do E to extrude, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. I'm going to bring it down 1 and then 2. I'm going to press the S key to scale. I'm just going to nudge it in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, left click to confirm. You're going to do Control R, left click and right click. Then you're going to move it down on the blue arrow, 1 and then 2. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. Next, do Control R. You're going to roll your mouse wheel to get these, and you just want 3. Left click and then right click. It'll automatically select it like this. You're going to move the blue arrow down one time like this, A to deselect. Press the C key and select on all these. Now you got to make sure that you have this on. Okay, press the C key and just go over it and also select this. So I'm just going to show you what I'm selecting over here. See, all of these need to be selected. Go to your front view and just going to punch it down one time like this, A to deselect. Now we're going to press the C key and go ahead and select all these. Okay, go to your right view over here by pressing 3. What you're going to do is press the R key and type in 45 and then the minus sign and then enter. Now it's really important to see what's happening over here. It needs to rotate like this. Because of the T-pose, the hands actually are rotated, and they're going to be rotating from the forearm. I'm going to go into my right view. I'm going to press the C key, middle mouse button to deselect, 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 and then deselect. Right click to get out of it. Now you're going to press the S key and scale on the Y axis by pressing Y. You're just going to go out 10 units. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Okay, why this is 10 is because it automatically makes sure that these two are aligned to a straight edge over here. So next, I'm just going to go ahead and just zoom over here. Go ahead and select this top one and this one and bottom one. Go to your right view again. Now you're going to just simply press scale and going to come in. You don't even have to count anything. You just want to make sure that it automatically just becomes leveled like this. Okay, now you're going to rotate it just like this over here, and you want to select everything over here. Okay, so make sure that you've only selected these vertices over here. I'm going to go to my right view. I'm going to do scale on the y-axis, 1 and then 2. And that's it. A to deselect. Okay, now you're going to go to your front view. So we need to define the forearm. I'm going to do Control R to get my edge loop. I'm going to roll my mouse so I get 4 edge loops over here. I'm going to left click, then right click. It will automatically have everything selected for me. I'm going to press the C key, going to do the middle mouse button and deselect all these. Now I'm going to do the left mouse button and select all these. Okay, so if I do my middle mouse button to rotate, you can see what I've selected. Now I'm going to press the scale and just going to nudge it 4 times. So you'll see it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Then left click to confirm. Press the C key. You're going to middle mouse button to deselect all these and right click to get out of it. Now you're going to press the S key to scale and scale in only 1 time. Now you're going to press the C key and middle mouse button to deselect these. Deselect all these. Right click to get out of it. You press S to scale and scale in only 1 time over here. A to deselect. Next, you're going to select on these 2 guys over here. You're going to have to zoom in to get the smaller grid units and just come up 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. You can see how we're getting the bottom of the triceps that we can see, and this is going to be the front of the biceps. Now it's becoming a forearm very quickly. Now, A to select, A to deselect, press the C key and go ahead and select on these. This is straightforward. We're just going to park the basic hand shape. We're not going to do the fingers or anything, just like we did the foot. We just need something right now because the hand we're going to look at later. So I'm going to do E to extrude. I'm going to do 1, 2, left click. Now I'm going to do E to extrude, and it's basically 9 nudges, but a quicker way of understanding this is it's really just this grid line over here, the thicker grid line, and 1 more. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So now when I do E to extrude again, I just want to do 8 nudges, but it's really just 1 less than the grid unit. So I'll just count it for you. E to extrude 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. See, this is the thicker line. It was really just 1 less. Okay, A to deselect. So now over here, just zoom in, not too much. You don't want the smaller grid units. Just zoom out like this. A to select, A to deselect, press C. Go ahead and select these vertices over here, and you're going to come down only 1 time over here. A to deselect. You're going to press C. Select on these, right click to get out of it. Now you're going to zoom in to get the smaller grid units and just basically come down 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just getting a line over here. A to deselect. Next. Now, if we rotate, you can see that this is the basic structure of the hand. So press the 7 key to go into your top view. A to select, A to deselect. Press C, go ahead and select on these. Do E to extrude and come out only 1 time. A to deselect, press C. Go ahead and select on these. Put E to extrude, come out 1, 2. A to deselect. Over here, go to your right or front view. A to deselect. Go ahead and select on these and just move this up 1 time. And this is really just we're parking this area that we're going to add the hand later. Okay, so you can see that we've got the front structure of the arms and the legs and the foot and this chest cavity over here defined. We look at from the right, it's good. Now if you look at from the top, you can see that we haven't really done anything with the arm on the top. So now we're going to go ahead and zoom in over here. A to select, A to deselect. Press C and go ahead and select on these, and you're just going to move it out 1 time like this over here. You're going to press C, you're going to select on these, you're going to push it out 1 time, rotate, and just 1 time. This is really the area for the bicep over here. A to deselect. I'm going to press on C, and now you're going to select on this, just like this. See how this becomes like a triangle? I'm going to press S to scale on the Y-axis and 1, 2. Okay. A to deselect. Now you're going to press C. Go ahead and select on these and rotate 1, 2, 3. Over here, A to deselect. And this is really just going inwards over here. So we're going to do now, press C and go ahead and select on this and this over here. So you can see how this selects it. I'll just mention it again. So if you're rotating, it goes all the way like this. You can't figure out what's going on. The issue is because from the top view, it's like this. If I press 3, you can see that the arm is all the way on top. So I need to make sure that the arm is accessible, the stuff you've selected, in all 3 views, front, right, and top. Then when you rotate it, rotate. Or you can simply press the period key to zoom in like this, and then zoom out. It'll just rotate along this. Anyways, the 7 key, press the S and the Y, and just going to scale it in one time over here. A to D select. Next, you're going to get this vertex over here. See this on the 7 top? I'm just going to move it in one time like this. So specify this is a landmark area for where the area for the elbow is going to be. A to D select over here. Okay. So now let's take a look at what we have so far. Yep. Okay. So what we've done now is defined all the important concepts of putting the basic structure of the human down, right? But we are obviously going to make this a little more realistic. Okay. So I'm going to do Shift C. Shift C, and this will just make sure that the 3D cursor is in the middle. I'm just going to zoom out over here. And if you do Alt and if you do Control and middle mouse button, you can just zoom in it just to set it up. So it's going to go ahead and press File, and I'm going to go ahead and save this as lesson 6 over here. Okay, I'm going to do Save As, and that's going to save it as lesson 6. Okay, so I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you.